Hello to my fellow figureaholics. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm just going to be looking at a couple of older figures. So I don't expect this video to get a ton of views. My last few videos were of figures that were brand new that I somehow was able to get hold of and get videos out before most other reviews. So that was the case with the Mondo Joker and the Batman Begins Batman. So I was surprised with the number of views on those. I don't expect to get as much for this one, but that's okay. This is just something that these are two figures I just re-added to my collection. And so this is just a video that I wanted to do. It's my first time owning both of these figures at the same time. So these are the two Sideshow 6-scale Joker action figures that are comic based. And a couple reasons I wanted to do this video. Number one, just because I want to. I'm a huge fan of the Joker. He's my favorite, definitely my favorite villain, if not one of my favorite characters in all of fiction. Just very interesting. And I think there's a reason why he's consistently rated one of the top most favorite iconic villains of all time. You could argue whether or not he's the top of that list, but for most people he is very close to the top. And so very iconic character, iconic villain. And in 6 scale we've always this is my second reason for wanting to do this, is that while we've gotten plenty of figures of the Joker in different film variations, we have only really gotten these two in terms of a comic-based Joker figure in 6 scale. And I mean, there's been a few outliers. There's, for example, the recent, I think it's from SSR, the Dark Knight Returns Joker, but that's a very specific kind of non-traditional Joker from that specific storyline. And then some of you may remember the old DC Direct 13-inch line. Those were called 6-scale figures, but then even on the boxes it said that they were 13 inches. And so there was a comic-based Joker in that wasn't very good, to say the least. But it was the best we had back in the day. But as far as a little more modern, up-to-date, well-done 6-scale figures of the Joker that are comic-based, these are just about pretty much it at this point. I'm sure there'll be other releases in the future that are hopefully better than these. I mean, these are solid, they're okay, but they're not perfect. But the one here on the left is the Joker that from Sideshow that came out, I think, back around 2013. And his original retail was for $190. And that's for both the regular and the exclusive editions. And this is the regular. The exclusive came with a pair of laughing fish, which, I mean, yeah, that's fine to have. I originally had the exclusive and never displayed him with those anyway, so I'm fine with just having the regular. And then this guy here was released in 2018 or 19, I think. I forget exactly which year. And the exclusive edition, which this is, has an extra head sculpt we'll look at in a second, retailed for $235, and I think the original edition retailed for $230. So we have about a $40 to $45 jump from one to the other. And there's plenty of reviews of both of these figures, but I don't recall having seen a comparison video that shows both of these together. So there's new people coming into the hobby all the time, new collectors. And let's say you just started collecting recently and decide, hey, I'm a big fan of the Joker. I'd like to have just a general comic-based figure of the Joker in 1/6 scale. And these are probably these are the main two that you'll be running across. So, and they're both made by the same company, so it's, I think, good to do a comparison video between the two. So if you're on the fence, which of these two would you rather have for your collection? So I just wanted to get into that without too much detail. I mean, again, if you want in-depth reviews of both of these guys, you can go to other channels for that. But this is just a video where I want you to be able to just physically see these two side by side. So I bought this Joker here when he first came out in 2013, owned him for several years, and then sold it. And then a little while later, bought it a second time, had it for another year and a half, 2 years, and then sold it again. So this is my third time owning this Joker. And then this one here, I bought when it first came out, owned it for about a year and a half, 2 years, and then sold it as well. And so this is my second time owning the 2018, 2019 version, and then my third time owning this 2013 version. I don't plan to sell these guys, definitely at this point either. Recently gone through a massive purge in my collection. I sold more than half of my collection over the past couple of months, got rid of most of my Star Wars stuff and most of my, just most non-Batman stuff in general, and even some of my Batman stuff, like the video I did on the Tweeterhead 6-scale statues. I mean, those are all gone. Even the Prime 1 Batman that I got is gone. The 1/3 scale Joker from Iron Studios is gone. I mean, those are just way too big, and I've decided to really just focus back on what brought me into collecting originally, which is Batman-related 6-scale product. And I'll have a few outliers here and there that I've kept, like the Godfather figures I kept, my Blitzway Rocky statue I kept. I kept my Hot Toys Darth Vader, and I have Luke to go with him when that Bespin Luke comes out. And then I've got that Darth Vader right there, the premium format Vader, because that just looks awesome. But for the most part, I've gotten rid of most non-Batman product, and even some Batman-related product I've sold, but I'm really just getting back into collecting primarily 1/6 scale Batman-related figures. And so you'll find that those of you who have collected for a long time know what I'm talking about. Over time, your priorities change, your tastes change. You'll get some figures that later on a new thing will come out. You'll need money to buy that new thing, and so then you'll sell some of your old stuff. And so that's what happened over the years. These were sold to pay for other stuff, most of which I now no longer even have. But now I'm glad to have both of these back in my collection, and definitely don't plan on getting rid of either one of them now. I mean, I've always said that before, and as collectors we always say that you never really know what the future holds, but definitely good to have both of these. But if you're only going to get one, which one should you get? That is the million-dollar question. So let's start off focusing on this guy, the 2013 version. And I think what I'll do is I'll compare both of these guys just all the way down with sculpt, outfit, and accessories and articulation. So let's start off with the sculpt. So we have this is the head sculpt, one of them. So this guy comes with 2 head sculpts, no matter which version you get, regular or exclusive. Either way, you get 2 head sculpts. So you get this head sculpt, and then you get this head sculpt right here as well. But I prefer the one with the hat on it right now, especially since he's wearing the long coat. And then for this one, I will not be displaying this version with this head. This is the exclusive. I'll be displaying him with the exclusive head sculpt. So this right here. But I left this one on him because that's the main one that I want you to see, because this is the head sculpt that you will get with the regular. So regular or exclusive, either way, you'll get this head sculpt. And so, as far as this one goes, I mean, these are very different Jokers stylistically. This is, I think, more like a Killing Joke based figure if it's off that storyline. And whereas this one's more of a, I think Brian Bolland is based off of his artwork. So it's kind of just a personal preference, I think. So this one has 2 head sculpts, this one has 2, and I would, honestly, this isn't helpful at all, but I would call it a draw, really, between the 2. They're both incredible head sculpts. It's just a matter of what's your personal preference. And so again, this is the exclusive head sculpt. Then this is the one for the, this is the head that comes on the 2013 version. So you got those two and these two, and really it's just a matter of a preference. If I had to pick one, I prefer the head sculpt on this one. I think the detail is a little bit sharper. It looks slightly more like an actual, like a real life human. I mean, a crazy diabolical one, but nonetheless. And this one, he's just gone nuclear. Like, he's definitely, like, here he's just kind of scheming, and then here he's just ready to slice and dice. I mean, he's coming at you with the crowbar or whatever weapon he's got. And here I think you have the same expression, or a similar expression. Well, so this one's just a wide grin, and this one he's laughing. So I mean, so these are both excellent too, especially considering this was like 2013. So I mean, really, it's just personal preference. Again, if I had to pick my preference, it will be probably the head sculpts on this guy, but that's just by a very wide, I mean, a very, very narrow margin. And that could change tomorrow, honestly. I mean, I kind of like both almost equally. So it's just your stylistic preference from that point. In terms of articulation, they both suck. They really do. It's just if you've ever owned a Sideshow 6-scale figure, 6-scale figures are not their strong suit. Their strong suit are premium format statues like that. Statues in general, maquettes, premium formats, that's what they're best at. Figures, they're hit and miss. These two, I think, look really good overall, but especially this one, like he does have double jointed elbows, so you can see how far in he's bending his arms right there, especially the one that's holding the lighter. But the legs are very wobbly. Moving the leg at the knee takes a lot of effort, and all the years past that I own this figure, every time I bent the knee, I was afraid of breaking it. It always feels like it's getting ready to break off. I never actually had that happen. Hopefully that doesn't happen with this one, but the legs are loose and wobbly, and the arms are kind of wobbly too, and the head is just kind of like a bobblehead. I'm not going to move it around too much right now, but it's like I had to mess with the head just to get it sitting on there where it's just not wobbling back and forth. So just not great as far as articulation. He'll hold a pose, as you can see. You can get him in a pose and leave him there, but it's just not moving around the arms and legs, and especially bending the knees. It feels kind of floppy, kind of cheap, and you're going to feel like you might break something any minute. And this is a little bit better in terms of articulation, but not much. The legs are still loose. The arms are a little bit better. The joints at the knees and elbows are a little bit better. They're a little more sturdy and smooth. But again, it has the bobblehead syndrome. Like, I had to really mess with this head sculpt getting it on there, and it's like if you move it around too much, it just gets really loose and just kind of flops around. So they both kind of have that bobblehead syndrome. Again, he can get in a decent pose and he can hold it. But you notice I have both of these on stands because I don't trust either one of these figures to stand on their own. They won't for very long. You need the stands for both of these. The articulation is just not great. But if to pick a winner, I would pick this guy. His articulation is slightly better. It should be a lot better. I mean, it shouldn't even be this close. I mean, we're talking 2013 versus 2018 in 5 years. I mean, they couldn't make much more progress in terms of sculpt. I mean, honestly, I don't think they really cared all that much. But they didn't. There was minor improvements, so I'll give articulation to this guy. Here on the right, the 2018 version. In terms of the outfit, again, it's going to be kind of your personal preference. So The earlier version has that dark purple that the Joker is, I think, better known for, which we typically more associate with the Joker, whereas this one has more like a Cesar Romero kind of reddish pink going on, and both look really good. The material on both of them feels kind of thin and flimsy, kind of just not super high quality, but again, I would say on the newer version, the material is slightly better quality. You get a wider variety of, you get kind of the same color. I mean, you got the purple here and the pinkish red here. They both have the orange vest. Then this one has the green shirt, purple tie. This one has black shirt and green tie. And so that they both kind of have the type of outfit that you would expect on the Joker, the suit, jacket, and pants. And one thing I will say, this guy has the long coat and the extra head sculpt with a hat. This one, neither head sculpt has a hat. Does not come with a hat in any shape or form, and does not come with a long coat the way this guy does. So with this figure, it comes with not just the trench coat. You also have the option of taking the trench coat off and just putting on a regular coat with tails at the end, which is an iconic look for the Joker. So you have two different jackets here. You only have the one here. So overall, in terms of outfit, my preference, just because would be this one, the older version, because of it's that dark shade of purple that the Joker is more known for. You have more options. You got the head sculpt with the hat on it that come whether it's regular or exclusive. Either way, you get this head sculpt with the hat on that goes great with that trench coat. And it's kind of rare to have a 6 scale figure that comes with a hat where the hat actually looks right. And here they just kind of bypassed that issue and just sculpted the hat on there, so that hat does not come off. That is sculpted on. I think that was the right choice. It looks good. It looks great with that trench coat. So the quality of the material, I think, is slightly better on the 2018 version here, but I think overall, I think this guy wins pretty clearly, in my opinion. Again, your opinion might vary, but and they both look great, but I think that obviously the older one gives you more options. You get that second coat, and we'll look at that second coat just right now here in a second, where we get to the next category, which is accessories. How much stuff does he come with? I love plenty of accessories. So for that, let's look over here at their trays. So here's the coat I was talking about that the older version comes with. Even has the flower on it, and this is plastic flower that's on this coat. Whenever I own this figure, I pretty much always displayed it with that trench coat. That's just kind of my preference. I don't think I ever used this coat too much. But anyway, it's good to have, whereas here, I mean, what you see is what you get right there. All right. So these trays have everything that the figures come with other than what I already have them holding. So here he's holding, so he's got the head. The older version has the head with the hat on it. And then this head here, which is really the main head sculpt, the one that comes on it when you'll first unbox it. He has the stick of dynamite. He has the lighter. So he's getting ready to blow some stuff up. Then this one, I have him holding the cane and then holding the pistol. And then back here, this is the 2013 version, so it comes. We mentioned the jacket. You have 3 playing cards, and these are thick, so he can hold 1 or 2 of these in his hands easily. He comes with a revolver, and here he comes with a switchblade. That actually folds out. Comes with a bang flag that goes into the revolver. Comes with a cane. And now he's got 2 hands on him, so you got those 2. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he's got 10 hands total. So you got 10 hands, the cane, the dynamite stick with the lighter. the gun, the switchblade, the bang flag, the extra coat, the playing card. So this one comes with packed with a ton of stuff. And remember, it doesn't matter if you get the regular or the exclusive. Either way, you get 2 head sculpts. So that's huge. Here, with the newer version, you got the 2 hands that he comes wearing. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he has 12 hands. So he has more hands. And a lot of these are gesturing hands. So like this, you can hold a playing card in that hand as well as gesture with it. He's got the pointing hand. He doesn't have a ton of accessories to hold, so all of these are just for gesturing. And of course, you got the open hands right here. And I don't even see a buzzer in that hand, which this one does have. Every Joker should have a hand that's got a buzzer or some kind of trick device in it, like that one. Here it looks like you would expect that, but and I thought he had one, but I'm not seeing it. So you have the crowbar here, you have the cane here that he is currently holding, and then you have a bang flag as well as a click, click, click. So you got a couple of different flags here. Then you have this straight blade knife here. So those are all the things you get compared to what including what they're holding. And remember, with the newer version, you get only 1 head sculpt unless you get the exclusive. So you have to get the exclusive to get the extra head sculpt. So this one, I mean, I wouldn't care if you got the regular or exclusive. I mean, you just get the laughing fish, which are, that's fine, but to me, it's not a big deal. This one, you really want to try to go for the exclusive if you can, because only with the exclusive do you get this extra head sculpt, which I think is awesome. And this is the Brian Bolland portrait. This is by a whole other artist who, I mean, I can't remember who, but it's almost like you can represent 2 different comics based on which head you have on him. So accessories I got to give to this guy, because with the newer one, he was $40 more, $45 more if you got the exclusive, and yet he came with fewer items. So if you got the regular version, you're paying $230 and only 1 head sculpt. And then $235 with the 2 head sculpts. So I got both these on eBay for below retail, so I'm definitely happy with both of these. And so it takes, I mean, I was lucky. I mean, it's not, I don't see a whole lot of these on eBay for retail price or below retail, especially with this dude here being the exclusive. It's it's kind of hard to find them at prices that good. I got, after tax and shipping and everything all grand total, I got this Joker here for $185, and then I got this one for $235. And that's after tax and shipping and everything all said and done. So that's actually less than retail. So I was lucky as far as that goes, but that just goes to show, and I got both of these just last week, and they just arrived this week. So they can both still be had. You just kind of have to just keep your eyes open, watch eBay, watch Mercari, look at the Facebook marketplace groups. So these both can be had, but so again, they're both good figures, but not great. If you can only pick one, it's really up to you. I like both equally, to be honest. I mean, just kind of looking at it as objectively as I can, I would say probably the earlier version is slightly better, just because it comes with more stuff. You got the darker purple, which I think is more classic to the character. Just more accessories are always better. You get 2 head sculpts, regardless if you get the regular or the exclusive. But again, both of these are fantastic. So again, this isn't a video I expect to get a whole lot of views on, but if it helps anybody at all, then it's well worth it. I mean, this is a small channel. None of this is professional at all, but but I'm having fun with it. I enjoy it. It's just a place for me to talk about my collection, updates on occasion, and just kind of give my basic thoughts. Been collecting this stuff for about 15 years, and so just a few things I've learned, to look for, and maybe help some of you maybe make a decision. If you're new to collecting, you want to get one of these, but you're not sure which one. There's pros and cons to each. So, but anyway, I guess that's all I have. So thank you very much. I will see you in the next one.